Hello, my name is Kandi Swaim, and I'll be reading an essay that I wrote titled A Grandmother's Love. A Grandmother's Love. I believe in love and that I am loved. I believe that God is love, and He created all things. I called to Him for strength and guidance. My God is love, and without Him I am lost. This is what my grandmother taught me at a very young age. She raised me until I was 5 years old. She told me to always remember God is always with you, watching over you. He loves you and will never disappoint you as people do. My grandmother and I went to church every Sunday. I remember it being summertime. She taught Sunday school classes for children, and I would go with her. I remember when we were singing church hymns during service. I would look at her and her high-pitched voice as she sang and rejoiced. It's my happiest memory. When I think about it, I feel calm, serene, and full of love. It makes me feel warm inside and not like hot flashes, as I am experiencing this now at the age of 50. My grandmother and I had a special bond like no other. I could talk about anything with her. When I was 19 years old in 1988, we moved back to Texas permanently. It felt wonderful to be back home and free from abuse. I loved being up my grandmother's butt, which is the phrase I would say. On Sunday this time, when we went to church, she wasn't teaching Sunday school. She was in a class with fellow lady seniors. I went with her to class every Sunday. I have always related church with my grandmother. I did love going to church, but it will never be the same without my grandmother by my side. I thank God every day that I got to spend more time with my grandmother. She was a smart, loving, caring, wise, and spunky Christian woman. She always had a positive attitude. Everyone that met her loved her. My grandmother sadly passed away in 2004. Looking back at my childhood after leaving my grandma isn't a pleasant memory. I moved away to Kansas City at the age of 5. It was very hard to leave my grandma. I cried quite a while, and she did too, as the car drove down the street. I was abused mentally and verbally through my childhood by my stepdad. I was to be seen and not heard. Sometimes I felt I didn't have a right to breathe. I'm fortunate to have my belief in God to get me through it. I remembered what my grandma taught me. God will always watch over you and keep you safe. I'm so glad that we moved back to Texas and I got to spend more time with my grandmother. The love I have for my grandmother is a special kind of love. I miss my grandmother dearly, some days more than others. I will always cherish every memory that I have of her. Grandma, I love you, and I always will.